Habibi, Ya Rasuli.
You can probably, in your whole life, we probably wouldn't be able to accomplish everything about the Prophet ﷺ. There are some very simple, straight facts. Badr happened during this time, and Uhud happened this time, and Khandaq and conquest is this time, and the Prophet ﷺ did this many Umrahs and Hajj and so on. But in terms of his personality, in terms of trying to understand what he said and how far-reaching that is, and everything else, it will take you a lifetime to try to understand that. I'll give you why I'm saying this, is that how many of us have actually read a book of seerah after we've grown up? You may have read one in maktab time when you had the teacher taught you maybe some seerah. But how many of us have picked up a book in its entirety and read in any language whatsoever to learn about the Prophet ﷺ? I had a friend, when I was in America, I had a friend who had just come from Bosnia after the Bosnian War. In the 90s, after the Bosnian War, so this is around 2001 and 2, he was in my community. And people in Bosnia at that time didn't know much about their faith, right? Because they'd been secularized. There's quite a few struggles in the Balkans like that. So he said, I want to learn about the Prophet ﷺ. So I had a few books of seerah, I gave him one. I go, here, read this. He read it. He says, give me another book on seerah. I said, you just read one. He says, there's no way, and he taught me a lesson. He says, there's no way that you can actually learn about anything or any individual by reading just one book. Because that one book gives you his perspective. As I said, the facts, the specific few facts, they're the same. But in terms of what you can learn from the life of the Prophet ﷺ, the different things that he did and he said, that is something that every reader will give you different perspective. And you can keep writing seerahs for the rest of your life. People can keep writing and unearthing. That's why every seerah book is different, right? So the only way you're going to learn about the Prophet ﷺ is by reading more than one book, by listening to more than one lecture series by the various different ulama, right? The long series to take out why should we learn about the seerah? Because he's our role model. That's who we should be learning from. I believe if more people started reading the seerah, there would be a lot less problems in the world. Today, one of the issues why people don't like Muslims, one of the reasons is because they don't like Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, na'udhu billah, is because it's not because they went and saw Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said or seen what he's done or that he's done something bad to them. Is because we claim to be representing him, but we do bad things. So they think that this is a reflection of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We're the only ones who can actually change that by telling people. So we get very angry when they then make a comic about him, when they make a cartoon about him, when they criticize him, when they say something bad about him. But really the way to give da'wah and to tell them, because you can't force them to read a book on the seerah, is to actually act the act. The best balance and equilibrium that you will find in anyone is in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why we should learn from him directly by reading his seerah.